Hi, and welcome to this edition of Made for More. In the previous episodes, I started taking you on a journey to show you how the mind of wealthy people think, because it is important for you to have the right mindset when it comes to wealth creation. We established the fact that it doesn't have to do just with earning money, but having the supportive mindset programming that will help you to be able to multiply your money, invest your money wisely, and create sustainable wealth. If you missed any of the episodes, you can go back and catch up. In today's episode, I'm going to be sharing to you the last set of 7 wealth mindset programs that you should imbibe in order for you to be able to create sustainable wealth. Now, the first thing I'm going to be sharing with you is wealthy people prefer to get paid based on the results they are able to produce, while poor people want to get paid based on the time spent. Now, there is a common narrative that a lot of people live their lives by. African parents, I don't know if this applies outside of Africa, but African parents usually advise their children and motivate their children to go to school, get good grades, get an amazing job, get paid, get your promotion, and live happily ever after. Now, I don't have any issues with having a steady paying job, but the problem with having the mindset of getting a secure job is that there's really nothing called job security. Job security is just a myth as far as I'm concerned, and not just as far as I'm concerned, but as far as research shows. As a wealthy person or somebody that wants to create sustainable wealth, you must be willing to get paid based on the results that you're able to provide. Wealthy people are people who solve real-time problems, provide real-time value in order to get real-time results. Now, the more problems you're able to solve, the more result-oriented you become, the greater your capacity to create wealth, right? So even if you have a steady paying job, be more concerned about how you can create value and how you can create results in your areas of expertise so that more people can pay you. The greater number of people that you can solve problems for, the greater amount of money you will be able to generate. Now, the second way wealthy people think is wealthy people think both, while poor people think either or. And I'm going to explain what that means. Now, have you ever heard people say, especially to women, it's either you focus on building your home or you focus on building a successful career? Some people even think it's either you focus on raising a family or you focus on making money. It's either you focus on this or you focus on that. Must it always be either or? No, wealthy people believe that they can always bargain and create systems around their lives that helps them to achieve both. So I can be wealthy and I can have a good family. I can be successful in my career and I can have a very, very solid home and connection and intimate relationship with my family members. I don't have to leave one to achieve the other. And this doesn't just apply to relationship with people and money. This applies to even negotiation. You must train your mind to think, how can I get the best, the best of both worlds? How can I get the best in my career and the best in my home? You can live a full and complete life. Will you be able to have everything you want every time at the same time? Maybe not, but you must not downplay yourself, or you must not cheat yourself by thinking you must let go of something valuable to you, something important to you, for you to get another thing that is important to you. You can actually create systems around your life that helps you live a balanced life and enjoy a full life. Now, at Housetops Coaching and Consulting, when our clients reach out to us or we reach out to our clients, we help them to understand what system building is all about, whether in your personal finance, in your business, or your personal life. Now, the third thing I would like to tell you about wealthy people is wealthy people have an abundance perspective to life, while poor people have a scarcity perspective to life. Poor people think, I have to struggle and scramble and put in all my energy and work hard to be rich. But wealthy people believe and they know that we live in an abundant universe. They have a mindset that they can actually get the resources that they need to accomplish what they want in life. Now, if you have a mindset of scarcity and you feel like you must always struggle for everything, you will struggle. But if you know and you believe in your heart and you walk with people, you go to your work, you engage life as though there was abundance all around you and you had everything that you needed to get the job done, abundance will be attracted to you. Now, this sounds like some motivational speech, but it's actually life principles that people have applied over time and it has worked for them, and it can also work for you. So you have to train your mind to think abundance. You have to train your mind to think there is more than enough for me to be able to accomplish my goal. I have more than enough energy to be able to achieve my goal. I have more than enough resources to be able to achieve my goal. I have more than enough people. I can connect with people, right, to enable me to reach my goal. I do not have to struggle, because if you maintain the struggle mentality, the scarcity or limitation mentality, that is exactly what you are going to get. The fourth way that wealthy people think is, wealthy people focus on building their net worth, right? While poor people focus on building their working income. Now, working income is not the same thing as your net worth. Your net worth is a sum total of all the assets that you have, whether cash or near cash assets, minus all the debts that you owe. This is what shows you how much you are worth as a person financially. Now, wealthy people focus on building that figure that they've come to calculate as their net worth, while poor people focus on their working income. Now, working income is important because that is the funnel through which you begin to fill the pipeline for your wealth creation. But working income is just a part of your net worth. Now, to be able to grow your net worth, there are 4 things you must have. You must have income, you must have savings, you must have investment, and you must learn how to minimize your spending. It's called simplification. You must learn how to simplify, and I'm going to break this down. And talking about your net worth is a full course, and this is one of the things that will help you to learn how to calculate, how to monitor, and how to grow when you join the Wealth Club at the Housetops Coaching and Consulting Company. So all my Wealth Club people will understand exactly what I'm talking about. Now, for you to be able to grow your net worth, you must have income, and income is divided into working income and passive income. Now, working income is the very beginning of wealth creation. You must have a channel or channels through which you earn money. That is the first building block towards wealth creation and growing your net worth. Now, I can't delve into details. If you want details and you need somebody to handhold you towards growing your net worth, then maybe you should join the Wealth Club. Now, your working income is what allows you to be able to create passive income opportunities, right? And then the next thing is savings. Now, you can earn the whole world, but if you're not setting anything apart, then you're not even on your journey towards wealth creation yet. You must be able to have working income, money that you earn from work, whatever kind of work you do, whether you have a day job or you're a freelancer or whatever. You must have some sort of income coming in for you. Then this allows you to take up opportunities to create passive income. Now, when you have your working income and you're beginning to create passive income streams, you must save. You must, by all means, have a percentage of your income that you're setting aside. And you don't save after spending. You spend after saving. Okay, let me say that again. You don't save what is left after you've paid all your bills and you've spent. You determine a percentage of your working and passive income that you want to earmark for savings. And you do that immediately the money comes into your account. You take out that percentage you set aside to save for every stream of income that you have. because this savings is what will lead to investment. Now, even if you hear about investment opportunities, if you don't have a substantial amount of money saved, you will not be able to take advantage of investment opportunities that will enable you to begin to build sustainable wealth. Now, the last thing on this list is simplification. Now, it is very tempting, and that is what happens to a lot of people many times, right? You're saving, you're investing, but as your income increases, you're increasing your lifestyle. Your taste is increasing. Okay, you're no longer satisfied with a 2-bedroom apartment in Surulere, for instance. You now want a 4-bedroom apartment in Lekki just because you can afford it. You forget that it's going to cost you something to maintain that apartment. You forget that your landlord can decide to increase the rent of the apartment. You forget that even if you can afford a 2.5 million naira for rent this year, you really cannot predict what is going to happen next year. So as your income increases, their income increases, wealthy people look for ways to simplify their lifestyle. They eat normally, they dress normally, they live in normal houses, but their net worth is increasing by the day. And this, as simple as it sounds, it seems to be one of the most difficult things for people to do. Now, if it is difficult for you to simplify your lifestyle, that is, maintain a particular standard of living as your income is increasing, then maybe you need to revisit your mindset about wealth. And I want to encourage you to go back to watch the previous videos in this series if you missed out on them, because it's going to give you a background to how to develop a wealthy mindset. Now, I told you that there is so much more to building your net worth, and if you really want to get on that journey, then you need to join the Wealth Club. Now, the 5th thing is rich people manage their money, poor people don't. Okay, rich people understand that money is currency. It flows in the direction of people who know how to manage it. So if you have a well-paying job, and I've been privileged to coach people who have well-paying jobs, they get decent salaries, but because their minds have not been trained to manage money properly, they do not really have much to show for it. Now, if you are on that ship, you need to jump ship right now, or else you're setting up yourself for poverty. And that's not a curse, that's just reality. So rich people know how to manage their money well. They are smart spenders. Okay, they are not wasters. They know how to keep their personal financial records. They know where their money is going. They know where their money is coming from, and they know how to channel their money to investment opportunities that help them to multiply it and grow it sustainably. Okay? If you don't manage what you have properly, you're not getting more. Let me say that again. If you don't manage what you have properly, you are not getting more. It's either you control your money or your money will control you. Now, the 6th thing is wealthy people get money to work for them, while poor people work for money. Now, work is important. It's important that you give your all to whatever it is you do. It is important that you work hard, but you cannot afford to work hard for money for the rest of your life. You must have a plan. You must have a system that helps you to take the income that you're making from your active job and build it into multiple streams of passive income that helps you to build wealth sustainably over a period of time. The reason why people arrive at 60, 50, and these days even 40 and experience midlife crisis is because they wake up one day to realize that they've been working hard for money for years, and they can't place their finger on one or two things that they've built, one or two systems that they've built to help them sustain the flow of wealth for their generation. Once again, if you are on this ship, jump ship now. If you're in your 20s, early 30s watching me today, this is an opportunity for you to make a decision, a smart decision to take control of your financial growth. Okay? The 6th point or the 7th point is rich people or wealthy people have learned to master fear, while poor people let fear hold them back. Now, what do I mean by mastering fear? Mastering fear does not mean that there will be no situations that will make you afraid, but it is learning to act in spite of fear. Have you ever been in a situation where your heart is beating? Your heart is literally pounding fast. Your heart is in your mouth and you're afraid, but you're still taking active steps forward. This is the mindset of the wealthy person. The wealthy person is scared of taking on a new business idea, having a conversation with an investor. Yes, they are afraid, but they are doing what they need to do. Because guess what? Action is the bridge between your inner world and your outer world. There will be no point thinking about bright ideas and how you're going to take the world and allowing fear to cripple you and hold you back to the point that you cannot make any decision. And it's called analysis paralysis. You have this idea that you believe can turn around the trajectory of your life as far as your finances or your wealth creation journey is concerned. You are so convinced about this idea, but you've not even shared it with one person, or you've not even taken one step. Guess what? It is never going to happen. You're going to be there with that bright idea, and the worst case is when you see somebody else implementing your bright idea and making money from it. So I'm going to challenge you today. Step out, even if you are afraid. And sometimes fear can spring from experiences of failure in the past. Maybe you had a bright idea sometime in the past and you stepped out. You stepped out despite your fear, but you failed. And ever since then, you've allowed that to cripple you and prevent you from taking steps when you have bright ideas. Guess what? You can't allow yesterday to determine what is going to happen to you tomorrow. Yes, you failed in that last attempt, but who says you're going to fail tomorrow? There are people who have failed over and over again, but they kept going, and guess what? They are big names today. So is your story going to be, oh, he stopped trying, she stopped trying because she tried once and failed? Or is your story going to be, she kept trying until she hit the bullseye? What is your story going to be? Once again, it all boils down to your mindset programming. How do you see yourself? Do you see yourself as a resilient person that won't stop until you achieve your goals regardless of what it costs? Or do you see yourself as somebody who is weak-willed and does not have strength of character enough to push through? Now, if you've had experiences over and over again as a child growing up, or even your adulthood, that has crippled you, that has made fear overpowering, you need a coach, right? You need a coach. And in the description, I'm going to leave a link that is going to make it easy for you to reach out to us, and let's have a conversation about it. Because in 2022, you cannot afford to be grounded. You need to take steps forward. So if you feel like you're grounded at your job, or you're grounded in your business, or even your personal life, and you're not able to take steps forward, then click the link in the description and let's have a conversation, because I want to see you break into your wealth flow. Now, I've shared 7 tips that I have in this series. Altogether, I've shared 21 mindset programs that you should consider installing in your mind, in the way you think and the way you do life, so that you can get into your wealth flow. If you missed the previous 14, don't forget to go back and watch. Now, let me share one bonus tip with you. Rich people constantly learn and grow. Poor people think they know it all. Nobody's an island of knowledge. No matter how much you know, you must keep going after knowledge. Because what you learn, when you stop learning, you begin to decline, you begin to die. And you never know the information that you're going to come across that is going to be your big break into your wealth flow. So my last word of encouragement for you in this series is, don't stop learning, do not stop growing, and most importantly, get a coach for every area of your life that you think you need to break beyond a particular ceiling that you've had for some time. If you feel that you've been hovering around one stage or one level for a long time, then you need to talk to somebody that can help you break that ceiling of your life. This brings us to the end of the series on wealthy mindset programming. I hope that you're going to act on the things that I've shared in this 3 or 4 series so far, because that is the most important thing. It's not about watching and saying, oh, great ideas. It's about asking yourself, which of these tips can I apply to my life now, right? And if you're having challenges applying those tips even though you heard them, then you can click the link that I'm going to leave in the description and let's get talking, because in 2022 you have to break into your world flow. So this brings me to the end of today's episode, and don't forget that you are made for more.